Are We There Yet? A short story written and narrated by Robert Fairhead from the Tall and True writers' website. Are we there yet? Millie whines from the back seat. On board, adds Tyler. Oh, for goodness sake, I snap, eyeballing the pair in the rear vision mirror. It's only been 2 hours. Kids nowadays. The drive has been smooth and fast compared to the narrow, windy roads of my childhood family holidays, crawling bumper to bumper through cruddy little towns, now thankfully bypassed. And the kids have devices with games and movies to entertain them. When I was their age, sandwiched between my big brothers in the back, I only had the passing scenery to gaze at, or a comic book to read. Darling, why don't we take a break at Berry? Jasmine suggests, laying a calming hand on my arm. I've heard they've got a new playground.
Yes, Mum, playground. Please, Dad,
chorus Millie and Tyler, outnumbering me. I need some fresh air too, as thoughts of the back seat of the old family wagon have resurfaced memories of childhood car sickness. Berry was one of those little towns we crawled through in the wagon, with Dad cursing the traffic. But to be fair, it wasn't cruddy, and like Jasmine, Mum would suggest we take a break for something warm and tasty smelling from the bakery, and then we'd have a treasure hunt in a junk shop, or search for a match for the wagon among the shiny hubcaps cladding the walls of the bottle shop next to the hotel with the wide wraparound veranda. And we'd end our break at Apex Park on the edge of town with its lush lawns and gardens, old world rotunda and playground. Turning off the highway before the Berry bypass, we follow the sat-nav directions for the Boongarry Rotary Nature Play Park. I look for Apex Park, but I can't see it through a thick screen of trees and bushes.
There's the playground,
scream Millie and Tyler, pointing excitedly ahead. Okay, kids, settle down, I urge in vain, and park the car. Doors fly open, and Millie and Tyler run towards the playground's arched entrance. I shake my head in amazement at the flying fox, climbing nets and bridges, swings and slides, sand and water play areas, and the cubby house. This doesn't look like the old Apex Park playground, I comment to Jasmine. She offers to stay with the kids while I stretch my legs. It could also help quell my car sickness, so I walk 2 blocks to the town centre. Thanks to the bypass, there's little traffic on the main street today, and Dad would be pleased. The hotel's wide veranda is still impressive, but the hubcaps are gone from the bottle shop walls, and I feel disappointed. I'm not in the mood for browsing junk shops, and I fear further disappointment at the Apex Park playground. But then I catch a warm and tasty smelling childhood memory wafting from nearby, and I break into a broad smile. Are we there yet? I open the bakery door and walk inside. Yes. Hi, I'm Robert Fairhead from Tall and True Short Reads and the Tall and True writers' website. I wrote Are We There Yet? In September 2022 for a flash fiction competition hosted by the South Coast Writers Centre and Berry Writers Festival. The brief for the competition was that the short piece of fiction must be under 500 words. My story is 498 words, and writers should include the theme or word berry, but interpret the theme in a broad and creative way. My interpretation, however, was literal, about the town of Berry on the New South Wales south coast, 2 hours south of Sydney. And it was inspired by a conversation with my 20-year-old son. My son is currently working in Berry, but he has a long association with the town because we used to stop there for a break on the drive to our old South Coast holiday house. And one of his favourite places as a young boy was Apex Park, running about its lush lawns, playing chasey around the rotunda, and, of course, playing in the playground. My son mentioned the new Boongarry Rotary Nature Play Park and said if the playground had existed when we used to stop there, we would never have got him out of it. I haven't been to Berry since we sold our holiday house in 2016. And while I didn't win or get shortlisted for the flash fiction competition, I'm happy I wrote this short homage to Berry. I hope you also enjoyed the break in Berry. You can read Are We There Yet? And all my short stories, blog posts and other writing at tallandtrue.com. You can also buy my short story collections, including my latest, 12 Furious Months, from the Amazon Kindle and Kobo online bookstores. Links are available in the show notes. The next episode of Tall and True Short Reads will be in your podcast feed shortly. In the meantime, check your feed or the podcast website, tallandtrueshortreads.com, for earlier episodes from seasons 1, 2 and 3. And follow or subscribe to the podcast and rate and review it via your favourite app. Doing so helps other listeners find my stories. You can support this podcast financially by making a small one-off or regular donation via the Acast supporter page. You'll find a link in the show notes. And finally, please tell your family and friends about Tall and True Short Reads and the Tall and True Writers website.